Hey guys, happy 4th of July. JD here. Today I'm going to show you how we prep targets for tournaments, and this will also help you save your targets, the longevity of the targets, help save your arrows, and help preserve the bales that we set up on the range. Basically what we do is we go to Home Depot and we get the extra large boxes from Home Depot. They range anywhere from like $1.75 to $2.38. We cut the four sides apart, and that allows you to have a nice 22 by 22 inch square that your targets fit perfectly on. What I typically do is I'll cut out one whole side of the box, and that leaves you with the top portion here that we can use for other targets, for like practice targets and whatnot. Typically what I do is I'll take little 1-inch dots and I'll put 6 across the top. That allows me to have the 6 dots to do some practice and warm-up shots on before I actually start shooting at my target. It's really simple. If you grab yourself some adhesive spray and spray the cardboard, your target will stick right on it. So as you're shooting your target's getting shot out, the cardboard helps the target somewhat stay intact. Instead of getting 2 or 3 rounds out of your target, you'll probably get 10 or 15 rounds out of your target, and it keeps it to where the rings are still scoreable. They're not getting really torn up. The 22 by 22 inch also fits perfectly on the rubber foam floor matting that we use. We tack the target to the floor matting with 1.25" plastic cat nails that you can get at Home Depot or pretty much any hardware store. This foam matting helps preserve the targets on the bales at the range. It really slows your arrows down, so if your range is using the Excelsior style bales or the carpet style bales, or even some of the plastic filled bales, it really helps slow the arrow down. You won't get as much penetration into the bale, thus increasing the longevity of your range targets, as well as making it easier to pull your arrows out. For you trad shooters that don't like to shoot their carpet bales, or don't like shooting the Excelsior bales, especially if they're wet after rain or whatnot, these really help slow the arrows down. You won't get as much penetration, and it's much easier on your arrows. So what we do is zip tie 6 to 8 of the rubber mats together. I usually put them together with a bolt on each side, and then I run my hangers from one bolt to the other, and you can hang them on just about any bale. I use a large nail bent over, hang the target from it. We're good to go. So when you go to make your targets, you don't have to use much glue. Basically, you take your spray on glue, you cover enough to for the target to actually cover the entire area. It takes a few seconds. I suggest that you don't do it in the wind, because the glue tends to blow all over the place. With indoor season coming up, I typically like to do about 50 at a time. I buy 10 boxes, cut the boxes down to the size I need, and that'll be enough to get me through the indoor season. You can use just about any kind of target you want. If you want to make the most of your cardboard, you can do the 3 squares like this. You can do the NFAA's 5 spots. When I go to sight in my bow, this is actually one of my favorite targets to sight in the bow. It's the NFAA. I think this is the 15 meter or less target, but yeah, holds up pretty well. I'll run this all the way out to 60, 75 yards just to get my numbers in Archer's Mark. Aim small, miss small is my kind of my motto. Shooting rifles, shooting archery, doesn't matter. This also helps with people if you get target panic really easily. You can take this all the way out to 50-60 yards, and it's helping you focus on a smaller target. So as soon as your pin comes up, you're not wanting to release as soon as your pin's anywhere near the yellow, and it helps you get a little bit more accurate marks when you're trying to do your archer's mark. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, boxes from Home Depot, cut them down, spray your targets on them. Your targets will last longer. The foam backings will help your targets at the range last longer, as well as the bales at the range last longer, and it makes it easier to pull out. So hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll try to get more down the road. Thanks. Happy 4th of July.